Hello everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make some finger puppets that you can use with your students, either as a tool for learning about emotions or just as a fun tool to help learn how to calm our bodies, especially when we're feeling very tense. I'm using Model Magic. I know Model Magic is sometimes not the easiest supply to come across, or it might not be the cheapest. You can also use a different type of clay if you would like. This Model Magic is white, so I'm going to show you that if you do have access to it, how once it is dry, you can go ahead and add some colors, which is super fun. When using Model Magic, I always tell my learners that we have to wake up our clay or wake up whatever we are creating. So Model Magic is really squishy, almost like marshmallows. If you've never used it, the tactile ability to be able to squish it is really calming for a lot of our students. So I always give them a few minutes to just play with it and get the hang of it. When we are making finger puppets, once we've had an opportunity to make our clay warm and just make it easier to use, we will start by molding and picking one of our fingers. We're gonna mold a little bit of clay around our finger. So I like to squish it. Some people make it into a ball and then squish it on their finger. However you find that easiest. For some of our kids, they might squish it too much. And the nice thing about Model Magic is if you squish too hard, you can always redo it. So you choose what you wanna make. Really common things that I have made before are easy animals, or you can make like little finger ghosts. I know it was right around like the Halloween season. You might make ghosts or little animals, something that's easy. And the best part about this is as we are using Model Magic, you can use it, and I keep it on my finger when I'm building. Some students like to take it off. They might need to reshape it a little bit, but you can pinch and create whether you wanna make eyes, so I can make little oval eyes. This might be what looks like a ghost when it dries. But what's really great is as I'm using my Model Magic, I can then practice using it over top of my fingers. And look, I have a little ghost. Now, once your Model Magic is dry, what's really awesome is I let my students create one day, and then we let it dry so that the next time we come back, whether it's in group or in a whole group lesson, we can start to use our markers and really add some fun details to it. So if I was making, let's say, a cat, I might take my marker and I think I'm gonna start to add some eyes. So what's really awesome is once Model Magic is dry, you can draw and add whatever colors you would like to it. So this cat, I think is gonna be a happy cat. And again, I'm using skinny markers. If you have regular markers, that's fine too. You can practice creating emojis if that would be something fun for your students. You might want to make different faces. And again, you can make all the finger puppets as just basic shapes, and then you can practice drawing the faces into them later. It's really fun and really a great way for them to role play if you want to have them do some playing out of scenarios and things. These are a really great way that you can actually have them be active in that experience, and especially with a little character. So when you're making Model Magic creations, you can go ahead and build your character. And again, we are making finger puppets. You could totally use your Model Magic and create something different, like an animal that you can then use to role play with, or a character. But once you're done creating it and you let it dry, then you can actually decorate it, which is the super fun part.